send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. It's Tyrod Taylor.
There's so many attributes to Tyrod Taylor's game that we like. The mobility, a good, accurate arm, really has a good presence on the field. But one of the things that we really need to focus in on is grit, his tenacity. He wasn't supposed to be the starter for the Buffalo Bills. He went out and earned that job with a stellar preseason.
Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Let's go!
Now Taylor on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You got a problem.
extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different.
The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adolphus Washington, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. You decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
There's Wilson to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, 48 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 78 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Seahawks defense working their way back out onto the field. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. And defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gain stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Woods, 48 yards. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be taken in at the 1. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On second down, here's Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they're going to set up shop at the 27. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost them 5 yards. On first down, it's Taylor. Throwing right, and that's complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills now making their way back out onto the field. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Being chased out left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Wilson to give the rolls. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've reached intermission in what has been a back-and-forth Super Bowl 51 from Houston, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you soon for the second half of this tied ball game. But first, let's look back now at this first half of play. So we've got a tie game at half, and you can bet both coaches are in that locker room making adjustments and telling their guys to just keep playing hard like they did in the first half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Offense out now following the INT. He'll scramble away and take off here. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The Seahawks take the early lead. Seahawks with the ball early in the second. Baldwin's able to get open here, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Seahawks up now by 14. Bills take it at the 49. Here we get a quick pass and completion. This play goes for a score, cutting the deficit to 7. Third down from the 20. The pass ends up being picked off. Browns is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. McCoy is wide open here on the catch. And after the short pass, he'll score. The Bills tied up at 14. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. The second half of Super Bowl 51 still to come as we rejoin Brandon and Charles in Houston.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A chance for us now to look at this Bills defense again. We've got a tie ball game, but saw some points in half number 1, so certainly some adjustments to be made.
And I still remember playing in one of the best halftime adjustment speeches I ever got from a coach.
Oh, boy.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
There's nothing to change, guys. Just play better. I mean, it was that simple. Can you play with more intensity? Can you play with more focus? Can you carry out your assignments better? If we do that, we don't need to adjust a thing. Let's see if they have that type of a strategy coming out in the second half.
What strategy will it be? Time to see. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Flush to his right. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and 4.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jermaine Kearse from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Hauschka now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Now Taylor on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation. Take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
To throw is Taylor, and he'll check this one down to McCoy. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Reggie Bush was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Taylor will throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On first down, it's Taylor. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins, 26 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's Taylor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Pushing the foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards. And Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he is good. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll be stopped up quickly here. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Taylor with a give to McCoy. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. So it's all going to come down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
got the score. We're coming kicking down your door.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build that? Do we own that? We even in the studios running playback. Shout out that